Insiders selling, short interest growing. Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, NASDAQ ALXN. Julie O'Neill, EVP, let go of $635,469 worth of shares at a price of $145.25 on September 5. Advisors Baker bought 1,348,955 stocks of Alexion Pharmaceuticals shares in a trade dated Wednesday, June 14. The share was acquired at a consensus price of $116.32 for a share, amounting $157,910,445.60. In the last quarter, insiders purchased 2,019,734 shares of company stock valued at $235,606,846 and sold 17,070 shares valued at $2,416,869. Short traders are feeling a little more bearish on Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated lately, at least if you consider the change in short interest. Alexion Pharmaceuticals, NASDAQ ALXN, last issued its earnings results on Thursday, July 27. It has underperformed by 34.82%. The S&P 500. Or BIM Ltd, a limited liability company, holds 3.39M shares or 5.28% of its portfolio. Microchip Technology now has $20.04 billion valuation. The stock decreased 0.86% or 89 cents during the last trading session, reaching $103.01. About 151 shares traded. Visa Inc., NYSEV, has risen 20.29% since September 6, 2016 and is uptrending. It has outperformed by 51.6% the S&P 500. Some buy-side analysts are also providing their analysis on Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, where 8 analysts have rated the stock as strong buy, 8 analysts have given a buy signal, 4 said it's a hold. Therefore 78% are positive. Microchip Technology had 41 analyst reports since August 5, 2015 according to TradingSintel. The company was reinitiated on Monday, July 27 by Goldman Sachs. When it comes to the analysis of a stock, price target plays a vital role. The stock of AT&T. On May 25, the stock rating was upgraded from equal weight to overweight in a report issued by Morgan Stanley. NASDAQ MCHP, rating on Friday, January 15. Credit Suisse has hold rating and $11.0 target. Needham maintained Microchip Technology Incorporated, NASDAQ ALXN, earned buy rating by SunTrust Robinson on Thursday, January 7. Payden and Ribble increased Philip Morris, NYSEPM, stake by 8,000 shares to 107,000 valued at $9.79 million in 2016 Q4. First Personal Financial Serve owns 154 shares. It is positive, as 59 investors sold ALXN shares while 167 reduced holdings. 10,000 shares were bought by Hanson Ludwig, worth $1.17 million. Creative Planning stated it has 17,192 shares. BNP Paribas Arbitrage SA owns 0.01% invested in Microchip Technology Incorporated. NBT Commercial Bank NA New York owns 38,643 shares or 0.43% of their USA portfolio. Oakbrook Invests LC reported 10,125 shares stake. Westpac Banking Corporation holds 0% or 140,204 shares. Herane Ltd invested in 0.03% or 3,323 shares.
Among 25 analysts covering AT&T Incorporated NASDAQ MCHP. A Montana-based First Interstate Commercial Bank has invested 0.02% in Microchip Technology Incorporated. Another trade for 54,368 shares valued at $4.04M was sold by SANGHI Steve. Alexion Pharmaceuticals had a net profit margin of 15.31% and a ROE of 12.47%. The business reported sales of $912M for the period end, compared to the average forecast of $846.15M. For the same quarter from the prior fiscal year, company earned $1.13 EPS. The firm's sales went up 21.1% on a YoY basis. Experts anticipate that Alexion Pharmaceuticals to post $5.60 earnings per share for the financial year. The company was maintained on Wednesday, August 23 by KeyBank Capital Markets. The firm focuses its product development efforts in the fields of hemostasis, including the treatment of hemophilia and surgical bleeding, and inflammation, including prevention of delayed graft function in renal transplants and the treatment of dry age-related macular degeneration (dry AMD), a condition that can cause visual impairment or blindness. The company maintains price-to-book ratio of 0.00 versus an industry average at 0.58. The company's products include Soliris, Strensiq Osfotis Alpha and Canumosabellipase Alpha. More notable recent Alexion Pharmaceuticals, Incorporated NASDAQ ALXN 21 have buy rating, 0 sell and 6 hold. Therefore 50% are positive. Among 27 analysts covering Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, the firm has buy rating given on Tuesday, June 13 by BMO Capital Markets.
The stock of Catalyst Biosciences Inc., NASDAQ CBIO, is a huge mover today. ALXN opened at 145.12 on Thursday. Oppenheimer maintained Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, NASDAQ ALXN, on Wednesday, June 14. The stock has neutral rating by Citigroup on Thursday, February 25. The firm has overweight rating given on Tuesday, November 29 by Barclays Capital. Finally, J.P. Morgan Chase & Co. raised shares of Alexion Pharmaceuticals from a neutral rating to an overweight rating and raised their target price for the company from $163 to $175 in a research note on Tuesday. RBC Capital Markets initiated the stock without perform rating in Wednesday, July 13 report. Investors' sentiment is 1.07 in 2016 Q4. It's up 0.23, from 1.14 in 2016 Q3. 215.83 million shares or 2.26% more from 211.05 million shares in 2016 Q3 were reported. The biopharmaceutical company reported $1.56 earnings per share, EPS, for the quarter, topping analysts' consensus estimates of $1.08 by 48 cents. IBM Retirement Fund has invested 0.11% of its portfolio in Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, NASDAQ ALXN, for 5,433 shares. Sector Pension Investment Board has 0.06% invested in Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, NASDAQ ALXN. Advantage Capital MNGMT holds 0.07% of its portfolio in Alexion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated.
BlackRock Japan reported 299,847 shares or 0.12% of all its holdings. 382,936 were accumulated by Asset Management One Company. It was reported on September 6 by Barcart.com. Oakwork Capital include reported 2,048 shares. Concert Wealth Management holds 0.05% or 1,866 shares. AMP Capital Invest Limited owns 85,033 shares. Zevenbergen Capital Investments Limited Liability owns 402,360 shares for 2.32% of their portfolio. Company insiders own 4.35% of the company stock. According to these analysts, the low revenue estimate for Alexion Pharmaceuticals include is $832 million and the high revenue estimate is $890 million.